Dun, dun, dun. Hello. Dun. Come on. Number 2000. Nice. Nice. Once I'm in, will I actually get to play? Is the next question. Will I actually get to play? Is the next question. Will I actually get to play? Is the next question. Thing is, though, when you're this far in, it probably goes to the menu and then it just literally is going to tell me that, you know, beta's not started yet. Hi everyone, or the what single person if you've joined. Just waiting here to see if we're going to get into this beta to play. Fingers crossed, eh? But it's been stuck at 2,600 for quite some time now. Into this beta. Thing is, this game's going to be amazing, and I just want to play a bit of it. So we've gone down by 300. Type in the chat if you can actually hear me. So yeah, fingers crossed we can get in. I don't know if it's actually gone live yet. I loaded this up because I thought that I'd give it a go and test out the dual streaming setup. It seems to be working quite well, but I don't know if they're actually letting people in to actually play. This queue's been pretty busy though. I wonder if it's people that's already playing it and they're going to up the numbers just before it unlocks tomorrow, and then that will let people in. Okay. It's not gone down whatsoever. It's been stuck at 2,340 for quite some time now. For about 5 minutes. So it's not the most intriguing thing to watch, I'm sure. But we can hang out. Yeah, just testing out the view if you're joining, because tomorrow I'm hopefully going to be streaming this. I'm hoping to build off the back of Battlefield 6, build the community, get a few more people in, stream quite regularly, just to get a little thing going. It's quite fun. But yeah, not much going on right now. You can see we've been stuck at 2,340. Hopefully we can get in. I just loaded this up and it just for some reason the game let me through. I do have early access, but yeah, there's no guarantee there's going to be any gameplay, which is which is a bit annoying. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get to the end of this queue. And that'd be pretty cool. But I've got a funny feeling it's just going to basically open up the settings menu, because I think we had that before. We had the settings available to us before, where we could mess around. But as you can see, before you're even able to do anything, it just puts you into this waiting line. So let's see. Let's see what it gives us. If you are watching, feel free to drop a comment. We can interact, we can have a chat whilst we wait for this. But if this doesn't move anymore, then we might have to move on, because I don't know how engaging it is to watch a waiting line. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, Battlefield is obviously one of those classic games. Absolutely amazing. I love the gameplay. I think it's one of the best shooters that's ever been made. So having access to the open beta is going to be really good fun. But the only thing is, of course, we haven't got any gameplay yet until maybe we get let in early. And if we do, then fantastic. But if not, then hey ho. I mean, it's been stuck at 2,340 for about, I would say, 5 minutes. But, you know, if we want to hang out, shoot some messages in, we'll have a chat. Hey Saul Ferrer, how are you doing? Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on here. I've got early access to the actual game, but I think that the actual beta doesn't go live till tomorrow. But for some reason, I think they'll let people in. Booyah! Thank you for the update. So basically, am I waiting for an error message to come through here? If so, thank you for the help. That's such a shame. That's such a shame, because I was thinking somehow that I've You know, I was thinking somehow I've glitched it. I don't know if you've ever had that with games before, where you sort of feel like, oh, you've glitched it and you've managed to sort of bypass the time allocation. Hi, Bob. How's it going? Oh, you got the same error. God. Well, that's not good. I feel like I'm going to be sat here, and I don't know. I've been sat here since 5,000, like you were. So I feel a bit like if I stay a bit longer, maybe something will happen. Maybe it will glitch out and it will let me in. Ah, you got into the queue at 400, then at 0 got an error, restarted, and now the queue is at 13,000. I mean, look, let's be honest. Bob, you're at 14,000. Fair play, mate. What it does tell you, though, is that the hype for this game is through the roof, right? Everyone's very, very excited. I'm very excited. I mean, this looks like this could be a return to form. Yeah, why are you queuing for nothing? It won't work until tomorrow. No, you're right, RJ. But the thing is, I've got this little feeling that somehow I feel like I'm gonna glitch it and I'm gonna get back in. But to be honest with you, I know it's not gonna happen. Oh, Bob, me too, mate. I'm really excited. I'm basically ditching everything else that I'm playing to just jump onto the beta. And the only thing I know is that they're not going to transfer the progress over, are they? It's all going to be brand new. But yeah, Booyah. Yeah, do you know what? If you preloaded it yesterday on Tuesday, you could have done that. You could have actually gone into the settings and had a little dig around. I did find some interesting things there. One of the things I thought was quite good that you didn't have in the previous Battlefields is that you could turn off TAA. So, you know, when you sort of have an anti-aliasing method that will sometimes make it a bit more blurry when you're playing, you could completely turn that off and it will make it really sharp. So I'm going to mess around with that once it unlocks. The other thing it's got as well, I'm just trying to think what I caught in there. Oh yeah, if you're on a Nvidia card or whatever, you're going to get frame gen as well. So it goes up to 4 times frame gen. So it had 2, 3, and 4 in there natively, which I thought was quite good. But you know, you don't really want that, do you, for your first person shooters? But yeah, Bob, man, I completely agree with you. This is going to be an amazing game, I think. So Booyah, you expect massive queue times, crashes, and pure mayhem tomorrow. Let's hope it doesn't happen. I'll be honest with you, it is going to happen, isn't it? Yeah. 5070, what a brilliant card as well. I was watching some videos from, you know, Daniel Owen. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's like a, I think he does all like tech testing on YouTube of different graphics cards. Look really good. So I think you're gonna do really well with this. Oh, okay, Bob. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, wait. So you actually managed to get through to the play tab. Now that is really interesting because, as far as I've heard so far, a lot of people haven't got that far. So that's quite interesting, actually. Oh, look, we've jumped down to 2080. Do you think it's just going to give me an error when it gets down to 0? I really hope not. Okay, so you had a message saying beta starts August 7th. Oh, okay. Okay. Could you access anything else in there? For guys who are watching on Twitch and you're wondering who I'm talking to, I'm dual streaming this to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. You can see the chats on the screen there. It will give you a QR code that leads to an error page. What a shame. Why do they do it to us? You know, I got really excited when I saw the Steam update. There was a Steam update earlier on, and I thought, ooh, I wonder what that's for. And then I started messing around my stream setup, and I was like, do you know what? I'll give this a go. Oh, we've gone down to 1,820. Okay, let's go. Let's go, boys. I'm excited for lots of different things with this one. One of the things that I think is really exciting is the damage. It looks like they've gone back to actual damage, so you can really level things. Yeah, absolutely. The game server is going to be absolutely crazy at the moment, isn't it? Do you need the EA app to play this game? No, you don't. You don't actually. Interestingly enough, the EA app, you know how in Steam, if you've got EA games, a lot of the time it opens the EA app in the background, sort of underneath it. This one, it doesn't. And it's one of the big things about it. They're saying that this is, I think this might be the first EA game where it doesn't launch the EA server in the background. So for me, that's a major plus, because I don't know about you guys, but whenever I play Steam games and they throw out another launcher behind a launcher, it drives me mad, because I feel like something's going to go weird, you know? Something's going to go weird in the background. It's going to tab me out for some reason. I've had it before in the Ubisoft one, which I hate. I hate the Ubisoft launcher. You know, it logs you out all the time. It's such a pain. Yeah, 100%. Origin was awful. I mean, I was on PS4 back then, because I'm a dirty console convert. I converted from console about a year or two ago. So, no, 2 years ago, actually. And I never looked back. So going back to your question about purchasing the game on Steam instead of the EA app, yes, you can. Yeah, if you purchase it on Steam, you're going to get all those benefits, you know, the 2-hour refund window. You're going to get, you know, all the support that comes through, like controller support through the native app and all things like that. But what you're also going to get is no sub-launcher as well through the EA app. When I launched this, nothing launched. There was no additional launcher that came up. What I will say though is EA Pro, you will get early access to the beta from tomorrow. So if you've got EA Pro on your PC through the app, then you'll get early access to the beta, which, you know, maybe that's worth a £5 for you, or however much it costs in your region to have 1 month of it. And yeah, I agree, Bob. Steam is, for me, when I went into PC gaming, and I don't think console players really get to appreciate this too much, but when you go from console to PC and you realise, wow, I can get refunds on 2-hour purchases, and it's pretty much no question, it's amazing. And what I love about Steam as well is it's just got this whole community aspect to it. You know, the reviews are written, they're not just a star system. You get all sorts of different community aspects, like the forums. You get the discussion topics, you get the pictures as well. Steam's incredible. I mean, it's light years ahead of anything. It's worth the $5 not to have EA app installed. Well, yeah, I know, but I think maybe I miscommunicated that. So if you can get early access to the beta if you have EA Pro through the EA app. I'm not sure if it's EA Pro on Steam. I'm not 100% sure of that. I can do a quick search now actually to find out, unless someone knows in the chat. Appreciate everyone joining. We've got 9 of you on Twitch, and I think it's just you, Bob, on YouTube. But Bob, I appreciate you very much. Error 404. No, I've got no error yet. I'm 1,560th in the queue, mate. So no errors yet. I'm telling you, when we get to the end of this, through the power of groupthink and manifestation, we're going to get in, and we're just going to jump into a couple of games. Oh, don't. It's like a carrot at the end of the stick, you know. But that must mean that there's... Yeah, very good point. Oh, you guys can actually see that, can you? I've got my overlay. Oh, there it is. I usually do play with an overlay. It's 55% CPU load while in Q screen. Yeah, you can see that. Well, it's about 33, 34% for me. So it's not that bad, but I am streaming. I am doing dual stream to Twitch and YouTube. I don't know how much processing that takes up. But if you're saying that you get 55% in the weight screen, then fair play. And also 96% on the GPU. Woof. Do you know what? This is really useful because I think maybe you guys can help me out, because you got a 12900K Intel. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I hear that they can be quite busy even on small tasks, but I have to say I don't have any experience with them. I've always had AMD CPUs. But yeah, you can see up there. I run my games at 5K ultra wide, so 5120 by 2160. I'm running on an F5090 Founders Edition, and in the menu, we've got 77 degrees and 95% utilization. Something tells me this beta's not going to be particularly optimized. I don't know about you guys. 78 degrees on the CPU. Yeah, GPU bottlenecked, which is crazy, right? So actually, do you know what? You could really help me out with this, because I'm trying to be more switched on to that kind of thing. So what you're saying is basically that the GPU is taking up the majority of the load and the CPU is sort of obviously not matching it. So does that mean then that running at this resolution is more taxing on the GPU and therefore the CPU doesn't get hit? Or is it something else? Because I'm just a bit confused by that whole thing. So 1,300 in the queue. Let's go. Come on. Bob tells us on YouTube that we're going to get to the end of this and it's going to basically tonk out. No, the beta open day is officially the 7th, but a lot of us have actually managed to get into the game and get into this queue. So we're curious, you know, what happens when you hit what happens when you hit 0. And Bob on YouTube is telling us it's going to show us a QR code and it's going to show us an error if we scan that QR code. So he's done this already. He's already sat through this, but we're going to do it together because I'm convinced that if we do this and manifest this, oh, here we go. Look at this. 780. Let's go. Okay, thank you, Booyah. I'm not, okay, so you want both at around 90%. I don't think I've ever seen my CPU at 90%, even in all the games that I play. So that's interesting. Dark Meester, you got error at 200 in the queue. Okay, let's see where we get to then. Hopefully we can get a bit further than that, but, you know, I'd say that's a good effort. And, yeah, RJ, 19.5 hours until it's live. So what shall we do? Shall we sit in this menu for 19.5 hours? Oh, 520, we're getting closer. So we're getting closer to Dark Meester. So Dark Meester got to 200. We're at 520. If we beat Dark Meester before the error, I think we've done pretty well. Okay, lowering settings that affects GPU, increase the demand of the CPU. Okay, Bob's given us an update on his side. He's telling us that he's on 6,500. 260. Okay. We're getting closer, guys. Well, I mean, look, I'm just doing this for a bit of a laugh, but I was just saying to everyone that I'm really hyped for this game. I think you can tell by how many people are in the line before the beta's even live. Oh, no! No! Guys, I don't think we beat Dark Meester. Oh. Oh, man. I'm going to try and... Bob, don't laugh. We tried our best. Right, let me scan this and see what it gives me, okay? Because you said that you got an error. So let me see what I get. So I'm just doing this on my phone, guys, so just bear with me. Okay, let's see. Help.ea.com. Yeah, same as you, ma'am. Error 404. So what happens now? If I click close, will that be... Elku, I know. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, but what a joke, right? Right, if I close that, what's it going to do? Is it going to put me back in the line? Do we go again? Tell me in the chat, do we go again? Because it will take us a while, right? Oh, 24,000! 30k queue. Yeah. I know. LQ, what is going on, man? This is ridiculous. So you're saying that 24,960 people are sat there doing what I'm doing now? It's lucky, you know. It's lucky that I don't have work at the moment. Because otherwise, you know, I might be getting a few messages on Teams or Slack. Adam, what you doing? Yeah, my name's Adam, by the way. That's what ads means. Yeah, I know. It's newbies. What can we do, right? This is unbelievable. So, Bob, did you say that you actually got to the end of this line? And when you got to the end of the line, or did you get to a certain point? Yeah, we're all chasing the gold. Only Frenchies. What's good, man? Yeah, of course. Of course. I don't know if that's a bot, but if not, absolutely. If you are a bot, well, you're more than welcome. No, you bypassed this completely and took you straight to the game. How did you do that? Because everyone else is saying that they errored out. Everyone else errored out. Yeah, okay, Booyah. Fair play, mum. Yeah, so Booyah on Twitch, or oh no, you should be able to see it over there. Because the chat, I just realised I've set the chat up so that both of you can see it. How nice is that, right? You can interact with one another. But yeah, so Booyah saying that the servers aren't actually live. That's why it's erroring out, which makes a lot of sense. But I tell you what. Oh, so it would let you press the play button. Interesting. Can we have a shout out for the music as well? I think the music is awesome. Like, I love the original Battlefield theme. The original Battlefield theme is incredible, but this sounds great. I think it's a good mix-up, and I'm catching it, you know? I think, has everyone been watching some streams of the game? Have you guys been watching some gameplay videos? Because I can tell you, it looks amazing, doesn't it? First time I've been hyped for a Battlefield since Battlefield 1. Oh, listen, Battlefield 1 has a very, very special place in my heart. Yeah, Darkmeister, I was in it yesterday in the launcher, and I managed to look at some settings to see what was available, and there was quite a few things in there. Really good. The settings are extremely detailed, aren't they? I don't like the way though that you have to click modify to go into some of the settings. I think that's a little bit too tricky for me. I want it a little bit more easier, like you just scroll through or something. Yeah. So let me tell you this story about Battlefield 1. So me and a good friend of mine, we've always been very big Battlefield fans. And I'm guessing everybody in here knows the YouTuber Jack Frags. So Jack Frags did like a lead-up series to Battlefield being launched, and he was really digging into all of the different trailers that came out and all the different gameplay clips. And what he did was he was sort of like really digging into the real-life counterparts of what was being seen in the trailers. So obviously Battlefield 1 is based on World War One, loosely, but there are some really factual parts to it. So we were getting hyped, and basically got invited to the premiere in London for the Battlefield 1 opening night. And I invited my mate that we'd become very sort of obsessed with Battlefield about, and another friend from work who was also a real old school Battlefield fan. And so what they had was a whole theatre rented out, and they were showing the first time they were showing the Battlefield 1 trailer worldwide. So we were sat in an auditorium, and I'm guessing you guys all know how amazing the music was and everything. Well, we were sat in this huge theatre. They had these ration pots that we were eating out of, like World War One ration pots, and they were basically had the whole place set up basically like an army barracks. And so essentially, we went there and we were just like getting ridiculously. Well, I have to be honest, we did get a little bit drunk as well. And we went there and we just got ridiculously hyped around Battlefield 1. So there's always been a really sort of, I've had a really close sort of thing about Battlefield 1 in my heart, to be honest with you. So this coming out, and I hear it has elements of Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4 in it, and I think that sounds amazing. I can't wait to play the actual game. Hence this stream. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? The atmosphere, the graphics, the sound, it was amazing, man. Well, listen, nice having a little chat with everyone. But I have to say, Bob's told us in the YouTube stream that it's probably not going to happen, which I totally get. But as soon as it goes live tomorrow, I will definitely be streaming it and having a go at it. And hopefully, I'll see a few of your friendly faces in there if you stuck around. But if not, have a fantastic rest of your afternoon. And yeah, hopefully see you very soon.